I had watched gymnastics one day in my living room and I just was like, wow, that's really cool. And so I just could not sit still after that. I was always trying to do different things. And finally, my mom was like, okay, we'll put you in a class. Let's see what happens.
What happened? The coaches there soon realized Kayli needed something more.
So then they sent me over to Northeast Texas Elite Gymnastics. I was only 7 years old, but they really saw like the potential I had. Not long after I started, had a meeting with my parents and they were like, this is what we want to do. Like we see she has all these tools in her toolbox and I think she could be really great.
And they were onto something. Boozer broke through as a collegian earlier this season with a stellar night against Ohio State.
The improvement that we've seen from this athlete is remarkable.
The sophomore set personal bests in both the beam and the floor in a rivalry win.
We spend all this time here to do is just perform how we practice, and so I think every single meet that I go out, I feel like I'm getting like better and better and more comfortable in that setting. And the coaches do a lot to help us like simulate the pressure and prepare us for those really big moments.
But the road to those big moments winded through rough terrain. Kayli's freshman season was an eye-opener as she struggled adjusting to college life.
I mean, last year was obviously a ton of trial and error. My struggles inside the gym was a lot of what was happening outside. So even with my confidence in academics, I was still just like, you know, small town girl. I was like, still not believing I'm at such a big university. I never thought I'd be at a university that's just this prestige and just this incredible.
I can honestly say that I don't think I've ever seen a young woman completely turn herself around in the way that Kayli did, and in so many different capacities, not just gymnastics.
How much do you love this sport, and why is it your sanctuary?
There were obviously like hurdles in life that you had to overcome, and I felt like I wouldn't have been able to overcome them the way I did if it wasn't for gymnastics. Having my friends at the gym and my coaches at the gym to be there and just distract me and like tell me how supportive they are of me was just really, really awesome.
One of the conversations I remember having with her after a series of conversations was, you know what, I refuse to give up on you. I know what you're capable of doing. It is my job to get you, to help you figure this out. I was not gonna lower my bar for her. I was gonna hold the bar where I knew she was gonna be able to reach it, and I was gonna expect her to get there.
When you see Kayli, you'll surely notice she's a ball of energy.
It's something I just started doing this year. The music's pumping and everyone's laughing and talking, and so just like to get my groove on and make everything a little less serious. We have so many banners up on our ceiling that we like, just casually do a flip, look up, and we see the national championship banners and the Big Ten banners and all the things that past teams have accomplished, and we know that we want to do it together. So I think just seeing where I was before to where I am now still really pushes me.
You talked about the adjustment. How important is it for people to hear these kinds of stories?
Oh, I think it's critical. People need to understand that when you come to a place like the University of Michigan and, the big stage, as it's been referred to, there are gonna be bumps in the road, and you have to be confident enough in yourself to understand that you can endure the bumps and you can rise to the occasion.
Just to think like, if I've made this much progress in a year, I can't wait to see where I'm at, my senior year or even next year.
Neither can we. For MGO Blue TV, I'm Ed Kongursky.